Welcome. It is Mysterious Forces Live, and it is Friday, March 1st, 2019. Boy, oh boy, do we have a hot one for you tonight. I know I've said that maybe once or twice before, but wow. Hotrock Supajoint. He's waiting for the email to pop in, and he's going to click on the link, and he'll be here. I started on time because I had made such a big deal about switching times that I didn't want to not be here right on time when I said I would be. Nothing's worse than that. So here you are, and here I am, and thank you so much for being here. We're going to rock out on the tunes a little bit tonight. I can't wait to talk to Hotrock. It's going to be awesome. I know that the professor is making sure that he's getting the link, and they'll be on in a minute. I've got plenty of things to talk about, though. Thank you for being here on Friday night. You know, we did a programming change because we basically thought that maybe we were missing the mark with some of our audience at the later time. And, you know, it's a reasonable time out west in California and here at mountain time. But when the further east you go, the later it gets. And I think in some ways it might have been interfering with some guests' abilities to appear on the show, or at least conveniently appear on the show. So that's why we switched time. So here we are. So I'm going to take a quick look. I see Sasha Baumel. Out of Mind. Good evening, everyone. There's Sherry. Hello, Sherry. Hello, everyone. So yes. So I'm just going to sing and dance for a little while until Hotrock joins us. And he will. I sent the email. So he'll be here. Don't worry. This will be worth it. This will be so worth it. I hope that you saw the Hotrock Supajoint tune that I posted on my Facebook page, my private Facebook page. I'll put some more of that stuff up. I'm sure we'll throw some links up. But he's got a music video and all kinds of stuff. So we'll get to that. We're fine. As far as what's been going on lately, I saw that Doc Skinner announced the lineup for Disclosure Con, which once again is going to be happening in the first week of October this year, up in Pine Top, Arizona. And it's way, way early to start advertising that, but he announced the lineup, and it looks like a really good lineup. So if you can find 1028 Live or 1028 Productions Live on Facebook, you'll find links to Doc Skinner's information and Disclosure Con. And just like last year, once again, I will be there. So I want to encourage everyone to get a ticket and go up and see Disclosure Con. It was a really good time, and Mike Barrett is going to be there, and I'm going to be there, and I'm not going to unplug all of the electricity going to the stage this time. I thought that I would, you know, be nice this time and not do that. It was an accident. And I see a symbol. I know, Out of Mind. Out of Mind. I like your little symbol for YouTube. I think that's cool. I like that. Anyway, let's see. There has been, I've seen some newer UFO footage pop up online this week, and that's been interesting. And I'm not really prepared to analyze any of that right now, but I'm just taking a look here in my messages. I hope everyone's doing all right. I know that since the last time we saw each other, Jimmy Church had his 1000th episode of Fade to Black. And to Jimmy and Rita and their whole crew, I want to say congratulations on 1000 shows. The fact that this is show number 42 for me kind of puts that in perspective, and I realize what an achievement it is to get to 1000 shows. That's amazing. I applaud Jimmy Church and all the Fadernauts and everybody. It's cool. I like seeing people succeed, and that's a big milestone for them. So hopefully he'll have thousands more, right? And I'm just closely monitoring my social media. Say hello, say goodbye. The Pegasus Club. I wonder how many people are here for Hotrock. I'm sure Hotrock has some fans and followers himself at the top that I just don't want to hype it up too much because I think Hotrock Supajoint speaks for himself. And something I didn't really quite put across, I had found Hotrock in the New Times here in Phoenix. And when I was looking up local comedians, and not only is he a comedian, but he is also a cannabis activist. And I see him. I see Hotrock. I see him adjusting his camera.
I'm trying to get it all figured out, homies. I've never used. There we go.
It's all right. It's all good in the hood.
Yeah, we did it. All right. Yes.
All right. Hotrock Supajoint, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, homie. I appreciate it.
That's cool. So what are you smoking tonight? Anything good?
What do I got tonight? I got this. Oh, shit. I can't even read it. It's so dark. French Girl Scout cookie cherry donuts or some shit like that. That's what I'm rocking right now. I don't know if you can see that. But, yeah, it's just some good weed. Just, you know, it's just weed. It's just weed, yo.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So I was just talking about the fact that you had done a music video and you have some animated shorts going on. And I was wondering if you'd be willing to tell the audience about what Hotrock Supajoint is all about and what's your mission in life.
Absolutely, homie. So Hotrock Supajoint, fakest rapper of all time. Just rhyming about money, bitches, and weed. That's what I do, yo. It's the hip hop trifecta. And I've been doing it since 2010. First album came out in 2011. Put out 4 albums, 2 DVDs, one of which is Chakra Khan, Guided Medication, animated thing. And then I put out Fakest, a hip-hop mockumentary about the day in the life of me. And, yeah, just, you know, putting out music videos. I think I've dropped like 26 music videos, 4 albums, 2 long-form videos. Be working on the Supa tunes right now. Just, you know, doing my thing, homie. That's what I do, yo. It's just create and get high and create some more. That's what's up.
No, that's it. So I have to ask something we address a lot here on Mysterious Forces Live are UFOs and the paranormal.
Right.
And I'm wondering if your love affair with marijuana has led you to any experiences with UFOs or the paranormal.
I ain't actually done, like, I ain't seen a real UFO or aliens or shapeshifters or any of that shit in my real life, homies. But I believe in the shit. I think that there's way too much, you know, stars and planets in the universe to not have additional life out there. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in it. I just ain't necessarily seen it yet. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I've been all jacked up on this Anunnaki stuff on YouTube lately, so that's pretty dope. And I don't know if that answered the question, yo.
No,
I'm
totally
a little high
does.
right now. I'm not sure if that's was a solid response.
If you had come on here sober, I would have been seriously disappointed. I am so glad that you're high.
Not me, homies.
It is not you. So I want to tell the audience a little bit about this flirtation that you've had of late with Adult Swim. And I know that you submitted something because Adult Swim was kind of interested in you. Has anything come of that yet? Or what's the status of your relationship with them?
It's all lawyer talk right now. You know what I mean? It's like their lawyers is mulling over what's going to work and what ain't going to work. I don't know. We got a lawyer out in LA. Her name is Hannah, and she's awesome. Ralph Michael Brecken, the guy who be doing it with me, the animator who be doing the show with me. He's got people in LA that's trying to shop it around and talk to people and stuff like that. And I don't know too much because I'd be in Phoenix, and I'd rather be getting high than dealing with all that bullshit. And so we're hopefully we'll be hearing back from. We sent Adult Swim a couple of the Supa tunes, which is the Supajoint Supa tunes. That's the animated thing that we're trying to work on right now. And we sent it back to them in late November, and they said that they was interested, they like it. They're gonna have their lawyers talk to our lawyers, and our lawyers ain't heard back from them yet. So it's just kind of the waiting game, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. But I guess like this is the first time I've ever dealt with a real studio. You know what I mean? Everything that I've been doing be self-produced and shit like that. So it's hard for me to stop and wait for motherfuckers to call me. You know what I mean? So I'm still waiting on that. Damn, my beard be thick right now. I didn't shave my mustache. Thick. Well, I'm going through my heavy Jim Morrison phase right now. You know what I mean? After 4 albums and 2 movies, you got to kind of switch it up. So what really happened is I was smoking a doobie like a couple months ago, and I burned off half my mustache. And I don't know if the viewers or anybody's ever had like a handlebar mustache or a big long pimpster mustache like this. They start floating off to the sides after a while. They'll be all like going that direction and shit. So I had to regrow the beard in and so I could recut that mustache in. But I ain't got shit going on right now, so I'll just say fuck it. I'm just gonna grow a beard, yo.
No, it's looking good. I like it. When we talk about your marijuana Jesus.
Activism? Yeah, activism more like, yo.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell us about that. What have you done? Was that centered here in Arizona, or was this nationwide?
Well, let's go back to the beginning of the story. So in 2010, on November 5th, the state of Arizona, the voters in the state of Arizona be all like, yo, we want medical marijuana for people who need medical marijuana. And I voted in that thing, and it passed by just the slimmest margin. It just barely passed. And then the next day, state of Arizona, it was a Wednesday, and they're like, hold up, yo. We can't have this shit going on. That shit's illegal on a federal level and shit. And so they was all like, wait. And so they made everybody wait. And that day I looked over my bass player homie. His name is Volcom. He's on a bunch of my albums and shit. And I was like, dude, let's start a band that just be all about weed, yo. Because I've been smoking weed for, I think I've been going on like 27 years or some shit like that right now. And I was all like, yo, we need to get it out in the open. I know that there's been, Cypress Hill and Snoop Dogg and everybody be talking about weed, but I want to talk about weed too, yo. So I went and bought a drum machine and a looping pedal, and my bass player was on mushrooms, and we recorded the first album all live and shit. And that was the beginning of this for me. And last year during the Red for Ed movement, maybe it was this year, I think it was last year, during the Red for Ed movement, I made a t-shirt that said Green for Ed, because I think that we should, legalize marijuana for adult use and use that money for something good. Like, for example, education and shit. And, or, fix roadways and call a project pothole. I don't know. And
absolutely.
And so I was all like, so I put that out and, got a little traction. Maybe sold like 50 shirts. I don't know how it ended up doing. I just spent my money on weed anyway. If y'all send me money, I'm gonna buy weed with that shit. And so, I do that, and I'm an honorary member of Normal AZ. And I believe that, I believe weed is one of the safest things that people could be doing in life, yo. So there's no reason for it to be legal. And I'm sure that as well as all your viewers and listeners know, that it was made illegal because the blacks and Mexicans were going to have sex with the white women. And that's like the legitimate reason why the shit was illegal. So we know that it's steeped in racism, and we know that there's a huge population of people that be incarcerated for like a joint. I don't know. Before 2010, you get busted with a seed or a joint in Arizona, and it's a felony, yo. And you're going to jail, or you're at least getting knocked into the system, and you got to pay a whole bunch of money and shit like that. Fuck that, yo. So I'm just out here trying to normalize the shit by being the freakiest motherfucker that I can. And just like weed be, my music is not dangerous. I don't rhyme about cops. I don't rhyme about guns. I don't rhyme about any of that shit. I want people to be able to get high and not be paranoid that the government's going to come after them. If they got like a high THC content weed, then maybe they're going to be paranoid just because of that. But for the most part, yo, it's just we need to legalize the weed. That's what it's all about. And so all my songs be about weed. I got like 60-something songs on iTunes right now, and they'll all be about weed, yo. I don't know if that.
What's the name of your?
Go ahead.
What's your, oh no, what's your iTunes channel? How can people find your songs?
I don't know. Google Supajoint. That's what I always say. Supajoint. Easiest way to do it, yo. You find my movies. Supa with an A, because when you be in hip hop, you don't want to be using hard R's on shit. You gotta use an A at the end of it. So it's not super joint, it's Supa joint. And that's the first thing I learned in hip hop, yo, is don't use any hard R's and shit.
That's cool.
So yeah.
Can you tell us about some of the songs, the titles of the songs, and maybe just, go over your inspiration? I think we know what the inspiration was.
I think so. So I got a song called Damn, I Want to Smoke Some Weed, and that'd be about how I'd be like, damn, I want to smoke some weed. And then there'd be a song called Weed, Motherfucker. And that was then there's I wanna smoke marijuana, and Happy Birthday, Motherfucker, hell yeah, smoke weed, and Pipe Dreams, and I mean it just goes on and on and on. It's just like I said, it's just all about weed, yo. I just want to write 420 weed songs, and I'm 60 in right now, so I got a lot of work left ahead of me, but it's gonna be okay. I got 360 songs, so if I wrote one a day, I still wouldn't get it done this year.
Oh no! So do you have a dog in real life, or is the dog character in your animated shorts just for the?
That's Little Weed, homie. Little Weed's inside right now, and Little Weed is, I don't know. He's like I don't know how old Little Weed be right now. He's like maybe 9 to 10 in human years. So I'm hoping this shit goes on TV before he's dead, and he's just, he's like, so we had some homies that had puppies, and his mama be a dachshund pug mix, 50-50, and we don't know what the daddy be. And maybe a pit or maybe a lab or something like that, I don't know. And maybe one of those Japanese black fighting dogs, I don't know. And we got 3 dogs, Baby K and me, my lady, my fluffer / stylist, Baby K. We got 3 dogs. It's Little Weed and Smoke and Mary Jane. And Mary Jane's the newest one. She's just a year old, and she hates me. She only loves Little Weed, or she only loves Little Weed and Baby K, but she's still, she's still a good dog, I guess. I don't know. She won't let me pet her, but she cute, so she gonna live.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Little Weed is a real dog. I wish I could get Little Weed. Little Weed, come here, Little Weed, come here. People be wanting to talk to you and shit, homie. Oh, he's just, he got the munchies right now. He ain't moving.
That's all right. I just wanted to give kudos for being the first person on Mysterious Forces Live to say fluffer. So I just wanted to put that out there. Like I always say, man, I only spend my money on weed. So I'm really glad that I got Baby K out there to go to all the thrift stores and shit to find find me chick pants and cool sashes like this, and dope cowboy shirts and shit like that. So yeah. Thanks for allowing me to say fluffer on your show, homie. That's awesome. Oh no, you can say anything you want to say on this show. I'm wondering if we can get into the research into this and talk about, do you have any favorite strains, and what are some of your favorite ways to consume marijuana? Do you have a favorite method?
Oh man, I'll eat it, I'll smoke it, I'll put it up my butt. I don't care, man. I just want to get high, yo. And as far as like my favorite strains, I mean, if we're going sativas, Alaskan Thunderfuck, ATF is my go-to. And, like all the big strains from, 10, 20 years ago, they's awesome. White Widow, Alaskan Thunderfuck, Girl Scout cookies. It really don't matter to me. High content, low content. I just got into this shit. I don't know if you've seen this shit, but now they got this shit called, it's CBD weed, yo. And it's like, seriously, it's no THC, all CBDs. It's industrial hemp. And so I'd be trying to hit that every now and again, like if I got to be doing some driving and shit, you know what I mean? Because I got a song called Rolling Stone, and I personally don't believe that. Okay, number one, I'm an old dude, right? So I know that if I'm too high, I shouldn't be driving. That should be, you shouldn't be driving all fucked up, because you take other people's lives in danger as well as your own and shit like that. And you don't want to fuck up your car. I mean, come on, cars be expensive and shit. So I be getting into that right now, and it's pretty cool. And it's like, it is like, somebody mentioned that it's like diet weed. And I guess it do be like diet weed, but it's good, yo. And it's just, weed is so awesome because you can make clothes out of it. I heard that the first Model T was designed to be run on hemp fuel, you know what I mean? And like the plastics, and we got all these plastics that be in the ocean right now. And if we was using hemp plastics, those be biodegradable, you know? So we fucked up. The United States fucked up making weed illegal, and we made everybody else follow our rules that, you know, you got to make weed illegal. You got to make weed illegal, all these other countries, and they did. And now you got, like, you know, you got other countries that be all like, yeah, we're going to kill people if they be selling weed or smoking weed. And that's fucked up, yo, because the most dangerous thing that could happen with weed is to get caught with it. That's right. It. You can't OD on the shit. You can't. I mean, I heard about one death, but that's because somebody got, like, crushed by a ton of weed. But that's the only way you could die from weed is get crushed by the shit. You know what I mean? And it's a ton of it. And nobody got no ton of weed right now, you know, because dispensaries be selling that shit.
And a ton of weed is going to be really hard to throw over the wall if they build the damn thing.
The wall, homie, don't get me started on the wall. The wall is just a fucked up. Let's go back to Germany, 1934, homies. Walls don't work. Let's build bridges. Let's smoke a bong. Let's chill the fuck out. We need these people. They need us. We need to start thinking globally. We got to quit thinking nationally. And I mean, I'm originally from Europe. I don't know if you could tell by my accent and shit, but I'll be in the U.S. and in Phoenix for a long time now, yo. And I think that we need to. The aliens ain't gonna talk to us until we can all talk to each other. That's my take on the shit. And maybe the aliens have. I watched a YouTube video that the Nazis was talking to aliens and that the government be talking to aliens and shit like that. That's cool and all, but we need to just. I'm high. I forgot what I was saying, yo. Sorry about that.
No, you were talking about aliens not wanting to get along with us till we can get along with each other.
Yeah, they're not going to talk to us if we be all dumbasses and killing each other left and right over nothing, you know, because that's what borders be. I mean, borders are important because they're going to, like, you know, keep sickness out and make sure the money stays where the money got to be and all that shit. I get all that shit, but we be a human race. You know, I try to keep color out of my music as well, because the only color I'm interested in green, yo, because of weed and money. But everybody's the same, homies. We all got things in our hearts that we want to express and shit. And we got, like, you know, we just, I don't know. I'm rambling, homie. But until we work together, man, why would a galactic federation of planets want to have us in it when we can't even deal with ourselves, yo? You know, that's my take on that shit.
No, that's true. Would you offer extraterrestrials doobie if they showed up?
I'm hoping that the extraterrestrials show up with some space weed, yo, because I heard there'd be a planet made all out of weed, and fuck, yo, I want to hit that shit. But yeah, if they wanted some weed, homies, I got weed. Aliens, I'll be on my porch right now. You can tell by this mural behind me. I'm on my porch right now. Check it out. And if you want to come and chat me up during or after this conversation with mysterious forces, homies, do it, yo, because I assume that they be watching YouTube just like us, right?
Absolutely. So do you like to do dabs? I'm wondering what your stance is on dabs.
Okay, like I said before, homie, I'm an old dude, yo, so I smoke joints and bongs and pipes. That's my go-to shit. The dabs is fucking crazy, yo. And the first time I did a dab, I was at this event, and somebody's all like, yo, we'll do just a little dab. And then they gave me a big old dab, and I don't know what the fuck to expect, right? And then I just start being all like, oh, and all in on myself and shit. And I'm like, I can't be around all these people. So I go outside, and there's all people outside, and I try to find a corner and just smoke a joint and try to bring me back to normal and shit. Dabs is cool. Wax is cool. I think the vape pens be cool, though I did hear they might have some heavy metal in them or something like that. I don't know how that works out yet. But me personally, I'm a joint dude. I'm a pipe dude. I'm a bong dude. If somebody got some dabs or a vape pen or some shit like that, yeah, fuck, I'll hit it. But me personally, super joint. I'm not super blunt. I'm not super dab. I'm super joint, yo.
I got it. So I saw in the news this week that Arizona has this peculiar situation where they have been popping in certain places up in Yavapai County. actually.
Polk, yeah.
They've been popping people for concentrates when these are concentrates of marijuana that is legal. So having flower is legal, but say having some wax or an edible is not. And there are people in jail here in Arizona right now because of this fucked up law. Do you know anything about the status of that, or have you done any activism work about this? I just think it's crazy to say that, you know, concentrates are illegal because they technically call it hashish, as opposed to flower. It's a ridiculous situation.
I think it's a money grab, homie. It's a, you know, industrial complex into prisons for profit and all that kind of shit. That's my take on it. I think that if you read the law in Arizona, I do believe it do be saying something like marijuana be the flowers, the buds of the weed, and all preparations thereof. So I know that if I've got a hydraulic press in Baby K's art studio and I squeezed a nug, some hashish, some dab would come right out of that nug. So how the fuck do I go from a nug, like, you know, I'm gonna bust out some weed just to give you an example.
Yeah.
If I got this little nug right here in my hand, yo. Okay, so I got this little nug. There's a little nug here. Let me show everybody. That's the nug, yo. If I got this and I got a medical marijuana card in the state of Arizona, I'm legal to have that. But if I squish it real hard in a hydraulic press and the resin comes out, that resin is illegal. That makes no goddamn sense at all. It makes no sense at all. And so Sheila Polk hates weed, yo. I'm sure she's getting money from all the people that don't want weed legal. And so she's doing her best to make sure the weed ain't legal and find reasons to make it illegal again, which, you know, we all know that the war on drugs is a complete failure that we've lost a long time ago, because if we had won, then nobody'd be doing drugs. But everybody's doing drugs, yo. So obviously that's not the case. And any preparation thereof should be pretty fucking obvious, but obviously Sheila Polk don't understand what preparation thereof means. Any preparations thereof means. So who the fuck knows, yo? You still got me? I got a green screen on your side. Okay.
She's only familiar with Preparation H, most likely.
I used to have the hemorrhoid, so I'm familiar with that shit too. But it was a pain in the ass, homie. But I went to the doctor and got that shit fixed, yo. And now I'm awesome. Got magic, new butt, yo.
We need to get you on a flatbed truck with your band, and we can get you to rap, like roll up in front of her office and just have you rap out for, and we could film that shit. I'm not joking. We ought to set this shit up, man.
I love it. Yavapai. Yeah. I don't even want to go to Yavapai, homie, because you know I'm always rolling around with some weed on me, and I swear to God, they just be looking for a reason to get people's money. That's all this is. It's just a money grab. And I'm confused because I think that Colorado just sold $1 billion worth of weed since they began in 2014, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
20% of that, homie. You know, taxable rate on weed, I think is some insane shit like 20% or some shit like that. So we could be making so much money and using that money for good, as well as it costs what, $35,000 a year to lock somebody up for a joint? Dumb. Why are we locking people up for weed? And I mean, I just heard about one of the federal courts. I'm kind of iffy on this, but I remember reading a headline somewhere on the Facebook or something like that that said that what it be called when they take your shit because it was involved in a crime? Like, so if I had a dab in my, well, yeah, they confiscate it, but there's some like legalese bullshit that the cops use. It's a civil forfeiture. So if if I got caught with a dab that cost me $10 in Yavapai County, they would take my car and they would sell my car and they would use that money for the cops. And my car ain't cheap. And so here's my $20,000 car that gets confiscated for $10 worth of weed. And I just heard recently that there'd be something going on in the federal courts that this is not legal anymore and that this might be changing. And I'm excited to hear about that because it's just baby steps to get rid of the laws that were put in place for no reason at all other than profit certain businesses, lock people up. And that's just got to stop. It's just stupid shit, yo.
Right. Laws were not intended to be revenue generators. That's not why laws exist.
That's all they is now. That's all they is now. Don't get me wrong. If you go touch a kid, you should go to jail. If you go rape somebody, you should go to jail. If you go break into somebody's house and kill them, you should go to jail. If you got illness in your heart, I don't want you to be part of the society. But by the same token, people get depressed. People get sad. People do things when they're in pain. You know what I mean? And to lock people up because of that is just wrong, yo. I mean, I got chronic joint pain. If I don't got joints of them chronic, I'd be in pain, right? So that's my medical marijuana card. So I'm allowed to roll around with up to 2 ounces of weed. But if you don't pay the $300 a month, you could go to jail for that 2 ounces of weed. And that's a buy-in. That's me getting off because I got $300 a year to pay for it. That's fucked up, yo. That's some fucked up shit. That's get out of jail free card for $300. Well, what if I was broke? What if I lost my job and I can't? Well, and then let's take it a step further. What if I want to own a gun, homie? What if I want to protect Baby K and Little Rock and all the puppies in my house? I can't do it because on federal level, I can't own a gun if I use marijuana. And I've recorded with the state that I use marijuana. So this is why we gotta decriminalize it. And I heard a story about like in Switzerland or in some shit like that where they just legalized all the drugs. And junkies have to go to get their fix and crime's down. How does that work out, yo? Because we're treating the problem. People use drugs because they be in pain. They want to separate themselves from the pain that they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So if we treat them with some respect, maybe they could get over the issues and move on in life and shit like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I'm going to smoke weed until I die because it makes me feel a little better. It makes me not stress out so much about the bullshit. And it's a good thing for me. I have an endocannabinoid system in my body that is designed to take this weed in and do stuff to my body and help me cure cancer and help me with Parkinson's or MS or all this other shit, glaucoma. And we need to start moving in that direction. And as long as there be people like Sheila Polk and Bill Montgomery and all these people and fucking Jeff Sessions, I'm glad he's out. And Trump is always wishy-washy on the shit. Oh, I think that we should have states be doing what they want. Well, if that's the case, President Trump, then let me own a gun. Because in the state of Arizona, I can have a concealed carry permit. In the state of Arizona, I can have a medical marijuana card. And if I'm in California, homies, the weed's legal. So how come gun ownership is illegal in California if the weed is legal in California? If he's saying that the people need to be following the state's laws, and that's what he says, is let the states decide. Well, if Colorado says it's okay to have weed, then Colorado should let me have a gun too. And it's taking too goddamn long, homie. I started this in 2010 when state of Arizona legalized weed. But, Colorado and Washington and Alaska and California, they've been doing, like California's had some medical marijuana programs since the 90s, right? So
yes,
damn, how long is the 90s ago, yo? That's 92, 2002, 2000.
At least 19 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. So we gotta, it's moving and it's moving slow. And I'm glad that it's slowly creeping forward. We got a lot of, the senators and legislators, they all be figured out how to put their weed money into weed businesses. And now they want to make it legal. So I think as soon as more of them got their money invested in weed shit, then it'll be legal, which is sad, but that's the truth. So I guess we wait. I guess we keep waiting and keep telling everybody to legalize the weed, free the weed, yo.
Yeah, that's no shit. So, other than these legal things, let's switch gears a little bit. What are yeah?
Oh, go
That's
ahead, homie.
what
I'm
I'm
sorry. I'm
talking
sorry.
about.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if the viewers or the listeners at home were partaking of marijuana, what are some of your songs that you would suggest that they listen to? What's best of your songs to listen to when you're buzzed?
Okay, so let's when you be listening to music, the beauty thing about music is because it creates emotions in you and shit. So if you want to be happy about it's somebody's birthday and you gonna get high, then listen to Happy Birthday Motherfucker, hell yeah, smoke weed. And if you be sitting on the couch trying to get a hold of your weed man, but he ain't calling you back, then you listen to Damn, I want to smoke some weed. And if you wanna like if you want to like I put out a thing called Chakra Khan, which is a guided meditation for the stoners and shit, and it's on YouTube. Chakra Khan, like chakras, like the chakras and shit, and Khan like KAHN. And what you do is, maybe you want to meditate on the weed, then listen to Chakra Khan or watch Chakra Khan. And I mean, if you just want to hang out and party, then listen to Weed Motherfucker, or I can't even remember. I'm so high right now. I can't even remember all of my songs. I wish I had them all pulled up on my Facebook. But yeah, it's all good. It's just, if you want to get high, listen to Supajoint. And if you want to get really high, then eat a mango and listen to Supajoint, while you be getting high and shit.
So, I'm wondering, have you ever dabbled with psychedelics? And if so, did you have any profound experiences while on them?
Oh, I've done all the drugs, homie, and now I just smoke the weed, because like I said before, I'm
not talking about current use, because I'm older too, and I used psychedelics in the past. But and I had some pretty profound experiences, and we've talked to a couple of other people over the course of this show that have had intense spiritual experiences on psychedelics, or I suppose really even on marijuana. So have you had anything crazy that stands out in terms of those experiences?
No. Other than feeling real good and freaking out a little bit. No, it was a long time ago that I'd be doing all the, like the ecstasy and the LSD and the mushrooms and shit like that. God, it's been like 8 years since I've done mushrooms, and probably 10 or 12 since I'd be doing the acid.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's okay.
And it was always a great time. As a musician, I just want to create, as an artist, I want to find a way to communicate with people. And so when if I be doing like, the harder like psychedelics, I ain't never done the DMT. That's probably one that I watch a lot of Joe Rogan. And so I think, he's slowly working me into trying some DMT sometime. But I think that
we should do it together.
Oh my God, homie, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I heard it's not that long of a trip, but you go places.
No, it's like yeah, like it's real short, but it is intense. That's my understanding.
I would, or like the ayahuasca, that'd be pretty cool to do, because you work through some of your shit. I heard that ketamine is now being used to help cure depression, which is a fucking trip, yo. It's just
that's crazy.
It's the problem with keeping drugs legal is nobody can test them and figure out what they're good for and how to use them properly, because they're illegal. You know what I mean? So if mushrooms was legal, I heard that a lot of people be working through the depression because of mushrooms, and that's fucking awesome, yo. Anything that can help out my depressed homies and make them cope with life a little easier, man, I'm down for that shit. Just same as the weed, yo. If I didn't smoke weed, I'd be stressed. I'd be bald. Well, I am bald. That's why I gotta wear a wig. But I gotta. It'd drive me crazy, yo. I would go nuts. I don't know. I don't know, because I can't even visualize myself not smoking weed, yo. I've been smoking weed longer than I haven't. Let's put it that way. So
that's a good way to put it. I like that. I smoked weed once for 35 years.
Yeah, I smoked it again too.
So where do you play gigs around the Phoenix area? Where all are some of the places that you where people can catch you playing live?
Well, separate from the Supajoint, I've been a musician in Phoenix since 1991. So I've played more places than places be open right now. I occasionally hit the Valley Bar when they call me. Bud's Glass Joint, I'll hang out there. The Lost Leaf, Rebel Lounge is cool. Anywhere that wants to give me some money so I can go buy some weed, man, I'll show up and I'll kick a fat beat and sling a dope rhyme about weed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been doing a lot of live shows lately, and I don't know if that's a getting older thing and I'm just bored of hanging out with a bunch of drunks, or if it's I got baby K at home, so it's not like I'm going out to get laid. You know what I mean? That's the two reasons to go out to the bars, get drunk and hook up, and I don't need to do either of those, right? And so if there was more like places that I could get high legally, you know, like cannabis clubs, I'd probably go out a lot more. I got a helicopter overhead. They must be smelling my weed, so I don't know if you can hear that in my microphone. I'm sorry if you can.
I can hear, but it's okay. It's not interfering. It's all good.
Okay, cool. And where's I playing? So yeah, I'll play anywhere that wants me, yo. And I haven't been doing a lot of gigs just because I'm getting bored with, you know, it's 2 iPads and a microphone. Same thing I've been doing for 7-8 years right now. And it's awesome because you get to meet people and you know, make people happy and take selfies and tell them how awesome they are. That's pretty cool. Last year, I think I've only done like 4 shows. When I started, I was doing a show a week, 2 shows a week. And
oh wow,
I ain't wrote a lot of new music either lately because I've been working on this cartoon and shit. So I don't know why that be. I got to figure that shit out because world needs more weed songs. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe it's just in the place that I'm in. My wig be looking like shit. I need to go buy a new wig before I go playing out again. You know, because
I'm wondering, do you have a favorite dispensary that you want to give a shout out to here in the Phoenix area?
Man, I wish that one of them was sponsoring me. I wish one of them was sponsoring me, so I'd be all, yeah, go to this place. But,
no, go ahead. I hadn't thought about that. That's what I need. I need a dispensary to sponsor this show.
I like Urban Greenhouse. I go, if you know, check this out. I go to Urban Greenhouse. I go to True Med. I go to anywhere that I could get a free like pre-roll or free gram or something like that. I'm gonna go hit that shit. Yeah. And I'm centrally located, so I'm not hitting up all the places up in North Phoenix or over on the East Valley. I don't do that, but I do love these places. Man, I'm just so happy that we can buy weed now without having to, you know, go through some dude, and it's kind of legal, and that's a pretty exciting situation for us to be in 2019 or whatever year it is right now. I can't remember, but yeah. Those are, it is. Nirvana's awesome. Urban Greenhouse is awesome. True Med is awesome. Swell. Fuck, there's great places out there. Just go get your card, go get high, hang out with your homies, yo. Smoke some weed.
No.
That's what's up.
Absolutely. Smoke some weed. That's what's up. Let's this is great. I just want you to know been wanting to have you on the show for quite a few months now. And we had talked maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and you were like, nah, I don't need to do your show. But I think
it wasn't that, Obi. I'm sorry if it came across that way. I treat press and podcasts like I want to use them when I got something new dropping, and I want the earth to know about it and shit. And I ain't got a lot of shit dropping right now. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I'm in a weird spot as a creative. I'm in one of my downtimes. I'm growing a beard. You know what I mean? And it'll pop back up eventually. I'm sure it's going to. I did record. I got one song with Blaze called Flick Your Bick, and that's in the can, but we just trying to figure out what video we're going to put onto it. We'll probably drop that as a single in the next month or two. And of course, Super Tunes, that's, you know, we're going to keep putting out maybe once a month, put out another minute or something like that. But I don't want to put out too much that Adult Swim looks at it and decides not to want to do it. You know what I mean? Keep them hungry, keep them wanting it. And maybe Ralph and I are going to make a movie. I don't know. and maybe I'll start doing more podcasts again, because I was doing the Super Tunes last year. Not Super Tunes, Hotrock Supajoint Super Show, which was a podcast every Weedness Day on Facebook. And it was awesome. And then, you know, at the beginning of last year, Facebook switched the algorithm. And we was going from seriously like 1,600 views before we was done with the hour or two long show. And I think we topped out at 10,000 views before the show was over. And then you come in there and it's January or February of 2018, and it's like 200 people seeing it. And you're like, what the fuck is going on, yo? Why is it switched up? Well, because pages aren't getting the views of personal pages anymore. And, you know, it's all this clusterfuck of shit that nobody knows the answer to. So, you know, I gave myself a year on that shit. I had a bunch of musicians and a bunch of comedians come on and talk to us. We did movie preview hacks where I wanted to show a movie preview of what's coming out, because I go to the movies a lot, yo. And because I love watching movies when I'm high, because you can watch it when you're high and then you be high so you forget about all the parts, and then you can go watch it again. It's like watching the movie brand new again, right? So, you know, doing that kind of stuff. And it's fun. It's a great way to engage an audience. And I'm sure you feel the same way about it, because it's like, this is where we're at right now. It's exciting times, because, you know, CNN show that used to get 20 million views 5 years ago is getting 1 million views now. And fuck, Joe Rogan had that dude from InfoWars on, and that motherfucker's almost up to 5 million. Alex Jones. And that just dropped like 2 or 3 days ago, yo. And it's already almost up to like 4 million or 5 million views. So the society is changing. The way we get our news is changing. And I'm excited about that, because it ain't all about the you know, it ain't some old dude behind a desk saying we're going to talk about this and we're not going to talk about that. Everybody can talk about what they want and find their audience and sell them some CDs or candle or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Are there any famous people that you've ever got stoned with that you can talk about?
Well,
I'll give you mine after you tell me yours.
Okay, so DJ Swamp. I don't know if you know who DJ Swamp is, but he was the DJ for Beck and the Crystal Method and Ministry. And he was a wicked guy. And I had him on my last album called Bitches Love Mixtapes. And I was able to get high with him. And that was awesome, yo, because I remember him when he was on stage at the Grammys with Beck way back in the day. And to be able to hang out with his off. Of course, I want to get high with Snoop. I want to get high with Seth Rogen. I want to get high with Willie Nelson. I want to get high with all these famous stoners. And I call them all out in my music and shit, but they ain't called me back yet. So I guess I just got to wait, yo. It'll happen someday.
Fucking assholes.
Well, I'm not even going. They're busy people, yo. They got shit going on, and most of them ain't in Phoenix. So let's face it.
I like those people too. I didn't really like. I'm not slagging on them. I'm just saying you're a cool guy, and they should give you some time and hang out with you and see what's going on. I myself. No,
who did you get high with, homie? Who'd you get high with?
Well, I got high with Gallagher, the comedian, the guy that smashes stuff.
Watermelons. He's quite
a stoner.
Why did they call it a highway? Wait, no. Why do you drive on a parkway and park in the driveway? Why do you got a pair of panties but just one bra? I love that dude's shit. That dude's shit was awesome. I remember as a little kid watching Gallagher. He's a big pothead. You say he's a big pothead, yo?
He is a big time pothead. I guess I can talk about this now. Statute of limitations has far expired. I bought weed for him actually.
Whoa.
Yeah. So no, I did that, and I'm not going to say exactly where, because we weren't supposed to be in the place we were at, but Jeff Ross, the comedian, the guy that does all the roasts on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
I got high. I got Jeff Ross really high. I had a bunch of keef and some really good buds, and we snuck off into this place where I'm not going to say where.
Okay.
But we got really high. I got him really fucked up, man. And that was a good time. And Jeff Ross is the nicest guy you'd ever want to meet. Just totally not arrogant. Nothing about him at all. He's a cool dude.
I want to get high with Jeff Ross, yo. Tell him that
Jeff
Hotrock
Ross.
Supajoint wants to get high with him, yo.
I will. I'll tell
Just
him
say,
that.
yo, Hotrock Supajoint wants to get high with you, homie. And he'll be all dope. I love his shit. Weed, motherfucker, weed, motherfucker. Maybe he know my shit. I don't know. Maybe that'd be awesome. I want to get high with, who's the dude with the big afro and the coke ring, coke pinky? What's his name? I called him out in one of my songs a while back, yo. God, I'm so high right now. I see the beautiful thing. I bet I've got high with other people, but I'm just so high I don't remember it, yo. So when I get high with them again, it's going to be awesome. I'll be like, oh my God, I'm finally getting high with you. And they're like, we got high before. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't remember, yo. Oh, well.
So is there anyone famous that's really uptight that you think needs some weed? They probably don't smoke. They
fucking Sheila Polk needs some weed, yo. Fuck, yo.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, she's an overzealous prosecutor up in Yavapai County, which is just slightly north of here.
Yeah.
And it's where Cottonwood is at in Jerome. And those are names that you would recognize in terms of towns up in Yavapai County.
Yeah.
It's in between Phoenix and Flagstaff. I don't believe that Flagstaff is in Yavapai County. I think it stops before then. But she's well known around the region as this overzealous bitch that wants to throw people in jail for like gummies, but while they can smoke a joint. So she's just pissed because pot's legal and she couldn't do anything to stop it. So now she's just going to be a bitch. I mean, that's pretty much the bottom line.
I concur.
I love it. I love it. I love having you on here. This is great. This is
thank you so much.
Not only has
Natasha, this is awesome.
It is not only is like my expectations. It exceeded my expectations by far.
That's what
so
I do.
You don't do any spin. That is what you do.
I take it.
We have to hang out. Please tell me that you hang out in person sometime. We have to.
More than happy to, homie. More than happy. I take what you want and I'll get it a little higher, yo. That's my whole plan. To make everything just a little higher. Or a lot.
I know that you're really stoned right now. Can you recite any of your lyrics for us?
Oh, probably. Okay, so the first song I ever wrote with Volcom, it was called "I'm the Shit," and it was my introduction to like the earth, and it's like it's all pom pom pom, a pom pom a pom, a pom pom pom, and he's playing the bass and he's all on mushrooms and shit, pom pom, and it goes, my name is Hotrock. Yeah, I'm the punk rock, hip hop, thick cock, and make the bras pop and the booties drop. Make those panties sop. You better get a mop. And ever since I learned to talk, I've been smoking pot. Hot rock, I'm looping rude beats up through your ears. Straight or queer, Supajoint, I'm moving all the rears. I'm cold opening the fallopian. I'm giving birth to the hottest sound around again. Yeah, you know, that kind of shit. It's like the hook. I'm all about hooks. If you want a great song, you got to have a dope hook. And the hook on that is, I'm the shit. Who's the shit? Are you the shit? Are we the shit? When I spit, it's another hit. I'm the shit. Who's the shit? Are you the shit? Are we the shit? When I spit, it's another hit. And it's all about the hook. So like, you know, happy birthday, motherfucker. Hell yeah, smoke weed. Happy birthday, motherfucker. Hell yeah, smoke. A friend of mine, he was having sex with mom and it was his birthday and he smoked weed. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like a song. Yo, happy birthday, motherfucker. Hell yeah, smoke weed. And, you know, damn, I want to smoke some weed. Damn, I want to smoke some weed. And it's got some groovy kind of freaking feel to it. And I like writing songs in like 3/4 and 7/4 and 4/20. And when we I don't know, okay, musician homies that be listening right now, you know that when you be tuning your guitar, you tune it to A440, which means 440 hertz is where the A string is. Pop, you know, that's where it be. And
correct.
And if you be like into like, if you be from Sedona, then you turn it down to 432 hertz. Right? Because that's like the ohms shit.
Earth
and it's
tuning.
Like, it's the earth tuning, right? But I love weed. So we tune our A down to 420. Yo.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Which makes it really hard for people to jam along to, because they're like, this motherfucker's flat as fuck. And it's like, no, homie, we tuned to A420.
That's cool.
Yeah, well,
Well,
you gotta fuck with something, right? So
no,
I
it's
remember
true.
when I was a little kid that the Van Halen, I was like, ooh, they sound gnarly as fuck. And then I start playing guitar, and I come to realize that they tune their guitars down. So they're not tuned to E, they're tuned to E flat. And so they be, it's got a little more oomph to it and shit. So
Right.
musicians always be fucking with tunings, fucking with shit. And I'm all about that. And I mean, like, Baroque was 412. And if it ain't Baroque, don't fix it, yo. But standardized, I heard somewhere that it'd be the Nazis that standardized A440 at a more intense volume than more cyclical rate than the 432 to make us all fucking geek like that, when we could be all, yeah, you know what I mean?
I happen to know a little bit about that from recording school, and the heart of the story there is that the Nazis experimented with frequencies that were as low as 40 hertz and below.
Whoa,
And
there's like ground toning people.
Exactly, and they had to build great big speakers, as standard speakers would not even transmit that frequency. And for those of you at home, I'm not making this up. This is true. As we know from the universe and everything else, everything has a resonant frequency. Everything. Right. And that literally means that if you find the right frequency, you can dissolve things, okay? Well, 40 hertz and below, when humans are exposed to that, it gets your central nervous system, and you will shit your pants, you will piss your pants, and lose complete control of your central nervous system. And that is a scientific fact. And the Nazis wanted to weaponize that. But I don't think
because they assholes.
Probably because they would affect their own troops as well as everyone else. Like, you'd have to be out of earshot. And I think the speaker was so big that it was not practical. But if you did not know, your Mysterious Forces Live viewers, you now know that, yes, there is a frequency that will make you soil yourself.
I'm trying to find the green tone. I'm trying to find the green tone that'll get you high, yo. That's what I'm looking for. That's why we tune our shit to A420.
That would work. I'm just into the idea.
For some reason, I don't got you on my screen right now. I just got a green dot that lights up when your voice comes on. So I feel that I'm missing out right now. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or what's going on with my shit. But
sometimes that's happening, but I'm monitoring. Absolutely.
Okay,
you are still on.
Okay, awesome. Because I look awesome, yo. Check out my white pants, yo. I'll be rocking chick pants all the time. And then I got these dope cowboy boots, yo. Because you got to have big boots when you be wearing chick pants, because chick pants ain't got no pockets. So if you want to carry around some weed and your phone and shit, you got to have, you got to either carry a purse or you got to have, big boots that you put shit in. And so that's what I do.
No, that's totally cool.
I don't know where that came from. I'm just talking, yo.
I like it. We're going to close out this show. We are at 58 after the hour. And something I want you to hear, Hotrock, is I do my own music. I'm a musician as well. And this music that I'm about to play, I call the happy music because it's just so damn happy. And I play it at the end of every show. And I want you to hear it as I kind of do my outro. Really quick before I start the music, where can people find your short animated pieces and your other stuff? What's your YouTube channel?
Okay, so my YouTube channel be some motherfucker out there got Supajoint before I got it. And I don't know how the hell that happened, but you can't go to Supajoint on YouTube. But really, homies, the best way to do it is just Google Supajoint everywhere that's not YouTube, at Supajoint, Supajoint, on the Twitter, on the Instagram, on the Facebook. You can find me as Hotrock Supajoint, Hotrock Supajoint with some more capital letters in there all mixed up. I'm on Grindr and Tinder and all that shit. I grabbed all the Supajoints, yo. So that's how you're gonna find me. Yo. It's just at Supajoint. And Hotrock is the band. Supajoint is the no. Hotrock is the man, and Supajoint is the band, yo. So Hotrock Supajoint. That's originally it was Hotrock and Volcom. Our first album was Smoking Weed with Volcom and Hotrock, and Supajoint was the band. And then as I progressed as an artist and realized, you know, I need a last name, homies, because Hot as a first name and Rock as the last name ain't going to work.
Right.
Because there's too many Rocks. There's Dwayne Johnson, the Rock. There's Chris Rock. There's Kid Rock. There's King Ad Rock. I mean, there's rocks everywhere, yo. And
Crack Rock.
Oh shit. There was a Crack Rock Supa pipe that was running around Phoenix for a day.
No.
Crackhead Supajoint. And he's all, hey, why don't we do a show together? I'm like, I don't think so, motherfucker. You're going to steal my keys. And so everywhere at Supajoint's the way to do it. Most of my shit happens on Facebook. That's where I do a lot of it. Because I do the Twitter, but the problem with Twitter is that it's 140 characters. And man, I get going and I need 420 characters to do my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to build an experience for the people. That's why I misspell shit. Because then you be reading my shit and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm reading a Hot Rock's voice, yo. As opposed to just, you know, reading some legalese bullshit that Sheila Polk could have wrote.
That's
everywhere
true.
at Supajoint, homies. I want to hear this happy song, yo. What's up?
All right, here it goes. It is queued up, and it's going to start playing right now. What do you think of that?
Well, it's got a great beat so far, homie. What are you using? How are you making this?
I have a Korg synthesizer, and I helped put this together. This particular one on a Korg Electribe.
Oh, I love it. I got the iElectribe on the iPad, yo. I fuck with that shit all the time. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good shit.
Is there any words to this?
No, it's just my play out music.
Yo.
I just talk over it as I outro. Hotrock Supajoint, thank you so much for being on Mysterious Forces Live. And I just want you to know that you are welcome to come back anytime. Please contact me and you can come on and we can do this again. Or when you have a project that you want to promote, you're more than happy. Yeah,
oh, look,
absolutely.
I can see you now, yo. See my glasses. I can see you again.
Yeah.
So I get to say goodbye to you. Thank you so much.
You do.
I appreciate you having me on, homies.
All right. Thank you so much, Hotrock Supajoint. And I know that got a video out there that he was getting some votes on for Adult Swim. And if you watch the short animated pieces, they are so goddamn hilarious. I just laugh every time I watch them. So I want to thank you. Please hit subscribe, hit like, hit that alert, and share the video. And do what Hotrock says and hit that weed, I guess. But anyway, tomorrow night I'm going woo-woo tomorrow night with psychic Sabrina Campbell, and I cannot wait to have her on. She'll be here, and I'll let you know later what it is we're going to talk about. But anyway, Hotrock Supajoint, thank you so much. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, watchers. And let's see if we can do this. And boom.